And welcome back, everybody, to another matchup here. We have two more to go this evening, and they're just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter as we go along here. Before we get to that, I'm NightFiree, joined by NightFiree with two E's, and we also have, Wonder T-Man on the cameras. I know his name, and he knows
whatever
his name
is.
And we love each other, and that's all there is to it. Nobody can tell us otherwise. But this matchup here, NightFiree. We have number 1 versus number 3. I know it says 11 to 13.
Yeah.
Master tier doesn't matter right now. Just chop them off of the top. We got number 1 and number 3 fighting it out here. Now, Overkill is probably pretty safe for the Challenger Cup here. But Bangarang, I mean, maybe not. They kind of need this victory here to ensure that placement, because a loss here would put their fate in someone else's hands effectively.
Yeah, we're into a real interesting stage of the regular season where we get to that Challenger Cup sort of area, and now that's a little bit of cash prize on the line as well. I mean, there's a lot to be looking out there for. We're watching the high tiers to see who's going to be ranked 1 through 4, and now we're also keeping, obviously, the eyes on these high tier and the Diamond as well. And so really interested to see how these Diamond squads play when the pressure is on, when they have to really lock in a must-win, because throughout the rest of the regular season, you can kind of relax in some games. You can afford a loss or two. But right now, it's all on the line. And the joust comes out the game. It's actually a missed joust by Overkill. They overshoot.
Overshooting it just a little bit, and it'll now be in the hands of Overkill. Ooh. Bringing it in. Paradigm from NightFiree. Gets it for 2. 10 seconds into this round here. Now, also notable, at least in my mind, Vanzi playing here for Bangarang. I don't know if he's on the roster, if he's a league sub, or if he's a recent addition. Someone in the chat, let me know what the situation is with Vanzi being on this roster, because that is, to me, rather exciting, as it's going to be Bangarang with the possession here.
Yeah, out the gate, a great start there for Overkill, but now Bangarang are going to try and bounce back a little bit. A slow rollout here, trying to force that defense to push up into their zone so they can then work their way up through the midfield with little contest. They do manage to get down into the tunnel here, and a nice easy push, slow and steady for Sam as they do work their whole squad up into the zone of Overkill. This is the full setup for Bangarang as now the attack comes through. Pass to the bottom of the zone goes just a touch wide. Sam's down there to scoop it up though, and he continues to keep that disc into the possession of Bang, but it's a slow setup. They're just looking for that right opportunity, just trying to pull that defense out to open up a gap in coverage. There's a stun on goal, and that was the attempt, but it gets disrupted by a great job on defense.
This one all the way down. Oh, the flat bounce. Ghost Duck grabs it, hits it for the 2. And that is going to put Overkill up by 4 just like that. That was only, what, a second and a half probably after that attempt on the other side. They get that down, and that chain is there quick. And also, just to relay what the chat said, Vanzi is a league sub in for Buchibo, or Buchibo, depending on what side of the continent you're from. That doesn't make any sense, but that's just the way it is. As Sam Randy's going to send that one back to Wet Talk, a little give and go there to get that chain broken up. And it is broken up, at least for a moment, actually fully broken up now, as they're going to have one in the backfield there. So if Bangarang can continue to push up here, it's maintain this possession, although unable to. This one does get turned around. They would have had a 4v3 on offense, but no, it'd be NightFiree bringing it in, hits it, and that's going to be a 6-point lead to Overkill.
Overkill coming out strong here. Nice, comfortable position to put themselves in, but it's only 2 goals away for Bangarang, and it's just a matter of them working their setup. Again, it's going to be slow and steady as they try and force that defense to pull out, and so they can work their way up through the midfield. At least that was the rollout they worked with last time. That was pretty successful, and so we'll see if Bang can manage to find, again, more success getting up into that Overkill zone. That's the first real task ahead of them, and Overkill does not make it easy. You can see that stack really applying the pressure onto the QB all the way in that Bang zone.
Yeah, and that's Bangarang focused on getting that stack broken up. They do there, although they get stunned out, but not broken up as they return back to defense. Sam Randy sending that one across as all 4 players on Overkill are in that bubble. Big stun there. Wet Taco, good recovery. Setting that one in to Randy. Sam sending that one across to Vanzi. Vanzi juking 1, wanted to juke 2, not able to. The recovery there from a player through bow. Oh my goodness. What a grab. What timing. What fortunate. You know what they say. You got to be good to get lucky. You got to be lucky to get good. And right there, Bangarang get their first 2 on the board.
Yeah, Vanzi sticks his hands out and finds a disc right into his palms. Fires it in for 2. A nice bit of teamwork there to put some points on the board for Bang. Now they get their chance to apply the pressure on the offensive joust. of Overkill. We'll see how they do that. You do see that double stack fly in, and this is what Bangarang was trying to do. They're trying to pull that defense out so they could work up through the midfield uncontested, as Overkill is doing. And now actually Overkill just seems to be killing time.
Yeah, they are just kind of playing a possession game right now as they do get this one up to Paranim. Paranim, you got to watch out. That is one of the Paranim has one of the most dangerous shots in the league. As this one, though, it's a that'll self-clear and will be recovered there by the aforementioned Paranim. It's sending it through that near side tube, through the tube, all the way down into the zone here. Picked up by NightFiree. Long shot. Oh, very close there, just an inch to the right, and that one would have been in. Ghost Duck with a big recovery there. Going to go for a wise reset to Anubis on the back line. The Overkill just maintaining possession right now, letting that clock tick down, which is they have a 4-point lead here. That's a minimum of 2 goals. If they get another one here, a 6-point lead would be quite substantial against this Bangarang team in this first round.
Yeah, and Wonder likes to manipulate those cams so that you think you're upside down, but are you right side up or upside down? It looks like a lot of the majority, it's like 50-50 here that were split up, right side up and upside down, but which way is right, Dimwi? It starts to mess with the mind if you think about it too much. And a good setup here, an attack coming in from Overkill as they are upside down or right side. You tell me as the attack comes through.
It's wise there from it because it was Overkill that came out fully inverted, a strategy that the first team to really deploy that as a play was Kangarillas as an alternative, as I understand it, to plays. And so Overkill kind of deploying that similar strategy. But then what happens is, as a defender, and this is something I preach pretty religiously to double up on that analogy. Is when you're defending against someone who's pressing in inverted, it's good to get on an even plane to even the field as Sam Randy brings that one in from Lightest Cobb. Bangarang going to find themselves on the board again here. It took a while, 2 minutes and 3 seconds, but they do push back within 2 here against Overkill.
Yeah, and you can see Wet Taco is one that is upside down. He's mimicking the same position as that Overkill squad. The rest of that team, though, right side up, arguably, as they attacked that defense. And to your point, Dimmy, they very well could have had the advantage themselves because the rest of that team not ready to defend appropriately from that right position. Either way, a good bit of points secured, and now Overkill are going to try and bounce back as we do get into that second half of round number 1. So far, pretty good, pretty even matchup, though, didn't we?
Yeah, it is. I mean, very. What I'm enjoying is how conscious the effort has to be here. How considered every pass. How you cannot just willy-nilly. You can't go off of pure adrenaline, pure impulse. Although open goal here, long shot. Nice recovery there. NightFiree gets it picked up, gets it in for the 2. Overkill is going to push that lead back up to 4 here off of what was, it looked like Bangarang was caught in transition. Looked like they thought they got the turnover, and everybody pushed out after it, and that left that goal wide open. And a good recovery there, NightFiree.
Yeah, really nice shot coming in, and could have been, he almost didn't make that. You saw the stack come flying back there. It almost snagged it out of his hand before he could put in that, too. So Bang almost able to keep this one a 1-goal lead, but we're now into that 2-goal territory, and we're getting danger close to that 2-minute drill where they're really going to have to push for some points. The defense able to? No, not able to. The push finds its success, managing to get through that midfield. Bangarang going to try and attack now as that slow setup on the backside comes in, and now it's just going to be a patient game. Again, they're going to try and get into that zone, disrupt the defense, pull them out from their positions at the goal. There's a great give and go to Sam. 2 dove out. It left a 1-on-1. The great pass. Lock it in for 2, and now we're back into that 1-goal lead.
Yeah, and that there is, as you noted, the 2 defensive players attacking on that initial pass, and that's what gives you the one-on-one there. That's what gives you that advantage. You kind of taking advantage of that. That's why you do those extra passes there, to draw that defense away from the goal, so somebody gets that opportunity. And so we'll be Overkill back in possession here, though. The pass in there to NightFiree. Vanzi gets there, stuns it out, and gets it sent out, but not out of the zone. And the slap back in from some player in orange here, although covered by Wet Taco. Who's going to have to reset that one to Sam Randy in the goal, as Bangarang is going to maintain possession here in the final 2 minutes of this first round. Still down by 2, but only 2 as that one's cleared back in. Oh, this one. Lightest Come thought about taking the shot, did not. And now they're going to set up for a bubble attack.
Yeah, now it's going to be, well, they're going to continue to apply the pressure. The defense not ready for it, almost expecting what has been the style for Bangarang, where they take their time, back pass to the middle of the zone, let the defense let their offense set up, but instead they just say, hey, we got ourselves an opportunity here. Apply that pressure. There's a one-on-one already there, and now we're tied up with a minute left on the to go in round one.
Yeah, tie goal here. I mean, it shows you how close these teams are. Oh, my goodness. Sam Randy with a big stop. Gets this one set in off the backward. No, it's going to go wide and then picked up there by Ghost Duck. That would have been absolutely monstrous for Bangarang had that gone in. But this one will get cleared down into the Bangarang zone. 53 seconds here in this tie game. It's nothing but orange bodies there. The blue bodies right behind. Ghost Duck inverting on the ceiling, looking for an option as Anubis at the goal. Goes in. Goalie was not stunned out, but gets a shot in nonetheless. That's good for the two. Overkill is retaking the lead. They're going to have just over 30 seconds.
It's enough time to tie this back up, and so I think you got to hunt for that too. You got to keep doing what you've been doing. You have enough. You really do. You can even go with the slow rollout that they've been going with. They can take their time to allow their offense to push forward. They don't need to rush this initial setup now, and so we'll see if Bangarang can pull this through. They need, oh no, the pass there hits the geode and bounces up to the high end of the zone. Wet Taco's there on the backside to secure it. That pass floats to just a touch wide, and now we're inside the zone of Overkill. A good slap comes through there, scooped up by Anubis. That's going to be cleared through the center. Round one locked in by Overkill, but just barely. And Bangarang here, you know, they still got 2 rounds left. They're not out of the count yet, but I mean, like you said, Dimwi, they really do need to lock this one in because they want to get into a comfortable space for the Challenger Cup. They don't want to be out of contention there.
Yeah, they really don't. And, a loss here, again, just to reiterate what I said at the beginning, is that a loss here doesn't necessarily drop them out, but it puts them in a position where it's kind of in someone else's hands. It depends on how well those other teams, who still have plenty, there's still a lot of games left in this week, in this cycle. And those games are going to, you know, if Bangarang doesn't get the victory here, those games are going to decide whether or not Bangarang stays in that top 6. Because, yeah, this is a really important game for them. But what a performance, though. I mean, they did get that comeback. They tied it up there. Yeah. We had an 8-8 game, which was really exciting. They actually almost got a goal down at the other end. And then, just turning it around, the Overkill's able to get the 2 in there. But yeah, I mean, what a fantastic first round. Both of these teams showing, you know, why they're at the top of Diamond, why they're at the top of the ladder, and why they're going to be probably in the Challenger Cup next week, literally next week, making their case for Master Tier.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting next weekend. I'm really looking forward to that. We obviously have a full week that we're gonna have to wait. You know, we don't have any games next week, but that weekend is going to be super hype. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that Challenger Cup. We're kind of getting a preview, probably, Dimwi, of at least one of the games we're gonna see there. And so, I mean, yeah, if this is any indicator, I'm already getting hyped for the weekend because so far it's just been calculated. Like you said, they're really methodically trying to think, how can I attack? Where's the gap in coverage? A great bit of diving out there on the defense disrupts the pass, but still the disc into the possession of Overkill. They're going to try and come out the gate here with another early lead, but a great save from Vanzi denies entry.
That big stop there, and then this one does get cleared out. This one all the way down off of the Pac-Man. We're going to make it very near the bubble. Paranym, though, going to get there first off of that stack with Ghost Duck. Paranym setting this one to the near side tube. Did not get to the intended target, though. NightFiree, excuse me, it does as NightFiree picks it up. A Wet Taco gets a recovered lock shot in the tube. Wow. 38 meters out, hits it on the nose, 17 meters a second. Bangarang get the first goal here in round 2 off of that one from Wet Taco, up by 3.
Yeah, quite the reversal of outcomes there that Overkill were looking for on that successful offensive secure. I mean, they got that possession. They were in the zone of Bangarang for a good bit there, but they could not find that 2-pointer they were looking for. And worst case scenario comes through there. Disc floats into the tunnel and an open goal 3. And now again, bad news as the possession floats into the hands of Bangarang again. A shot there goes just a touch wide for 2. That would have been a great start, 5-0 out the gate, but it is not the way it goes. Overkill are looking to bounce back and put some points on the board of their own. They're going to find a nice open goal 3 themselves. Yeah.
Long 9 meters out there for NightFiree. Tie it up. You know, that's good. I got to be honest here, as someone if I were a player on Bangarang, I might be a little frustrated after that because you get that really nice start there. You get that 3-pointer to kick it off, and then just a handful, just a little bit later, the other team is going to answer with the exact same number of points, and it kind of washes that effort away. At least it would feel that way. Obviously, it doesn't, but it certainly feels that way. As Vanzy's going to handle this one in that far side tube, they're spread out in a nice little trapezoid here, nice little square diamond formation. Back to the back line there to Wet Taco. He's going to start walking this up, and just a classic diamond as Wet Taco pushes in. This is, as a backliner myself, is my favorite. My favorite formation is I got to dictate the pace of the game. As Light as Come will dictate the points of this game. Gets his winner for the 2. Bangarang back in the lead.
They're coming out here a little bit more focused. They didn't allow, obviously, that early lead from Overkill like they did in round 1. And all throughout round 1, obviously, they kept it close. Like we saw, they came back from that early deficit. And now if they can secure the lead, I just wonder what this Bangarang squad is going to be able to do the rest of this series. Round 2 still has tons of time left. But, again, another intercept off the offensive joust, and here's going to be a 1-on-2 attack from Wet Taco. He jukes one, tries to work it into the backboard, goes for the dunk just under the corner, threads it in through the defense. Another 2 for Bang.
Bangarang ate their Wheaties during that first intermission.
Yeah.
3 minutes in. 3 minutes in. We're only 3 minutes in. There's still 7 minutes to go. Excuse me. And I missed my mute button. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go in this second round. As Bangarang's up by 5. Ghost Duck sending that one across to NightFiree. Sends that one through mid into the hands of Paranim. Paranim across to Ghost Duck. As notice Overkill coming out inverted. Ghost Duck on the ceiling, and this is why. This is why you saw Lettuce come just inverted there, and it's because Ghost Duck is using the ceiling as a juke spot, and to get even that playing field of how he has that really easy anchor beneath him, turning the ceiling into the floor. You even that by doing the same thing, turn the ceiling into the floor, so you have just as well an easy anchor there. As Anubis brings that one in for the 2, gets it in. Overkill's back within 2, and still a lot of time in this round.
A lot of Bangarang defense around the goal there, but no one really contesting that one. Maybe just a bit of a opportunity secured there, but either way, a solid bit of a 2 coming in there from Overkill, and we'll see if Bangarang can bounce back there, able to dodge the initial double joust, and so this is going to make it a bit easier to work their way up through the midfield. But even then, Bangarang are playing that time kill game, the same that Overkill were doing in round 1. They're just allowing this clock to tick down while they have a lead. The only trouble is that 2 points is really not much of a lead, if anything, and so it's no place that you can get comfortable in. They're going to need to at least put a few more on the board before this sort of time stalling tactic is safe. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here. The setup is pressured well, though. The disc floats low onto the zone. Sam tries to contest it. A quick scoop up there from Vans. He keeps it into the possession of Bang, and they're going to continue their attack.
Wet Taco ducking the one defender, gets this one set up to Sam Randy, who gets stunned out, inadvertently sends it to the ceiling, gets it back, and then pocket picked by Anubis. So the Anubis, off of the shield, in the hands of Sam Randy. Right place, right time. Goal is wide open. Bangarang pushing back up by 4, maintaining that 2-goal lead over Overkill. Overkill.
Just Overkill. Just barely threads its way in there. You can see a ding off the bottom of the goal in the replay. We had a couple of close goals here. I mean, that's what it takes to get through this. The goal. Oh no, an open goal 3. That one dings off the edge. But that's what it takes to get through defense at this high diamond tier. You really got to find those minuscule openings in the coverage to find those points. And so we'll see if Bang can put up a couple more on the board. But again, since we're into that 2-goal lead, they can kill time now.
Wet Taco sending that one across. Light has come. Looking to clear it out. They have a stack ready, but a good leech there from, I believe that was Anubis, to get back into the goal, and sending that one back out was Anubis, but they're in the hands of Light has come. All of Bangarang are in the zone. If they continue to push up, they have a 4v3. As long as they identify it, Wet Taco bringing it in. Oh, stop there. Who was that in the goal? NightFiree gets that one sent out to mid, and then into that far side trap. Everyone ever shooting, but Ghost Duck will get it recovered, and now walking it up here for Overkill.
Yeah, Knife got a nice easy save there onto the scoreboard. Floated right into his hands, but did save it nonetheless. There's a good give and go. Paranorm's going to have 2 on the scoreboard for himself. And that closes that 2-goal gap to 1. And so, again, lots of time left. We're not even into the 2-minute drill yet. So Bangarang are going to have to go back on the offense here. They can't sit around and kill much time. They're going to have to have successful push out here, and it's a big round for Overkill on defense. They can deny and secure another 2 points for a tie game in the crucial points of this round 2.
Now Vanzi holding that one, gonna force that chain to him. He really wants that chain. They have the lead here, although the chain does get stunned out there at the bow tie. And they do opt to split up now. The Joker train, Vanzi gonna use that as a gunship, get it sent out on a clear. Although we'll turn over as Paranim gets that one picked up, sending it through off of the pyramid there. Far side, Ghost Duck not able to duck that chain. Wet Taco with the pickup gets it cleared out. They get a single boost. Is that going to be enough? Maybe. Wet Taco gets there. All the shots going to be off the top of the post. And Ghost Duck picked it up, and Vanzi gets it back. Vanzi bringing it in. Vanzi inverts, gets a little whirly-twirly on it as he dunks it. That's going to be back to a 4-point lead here for Bangarang.
That just barely went in. I think Vanzi got stunned as he was putting that disc into the goal. I mean, that stack came flying into the upper half, but does find the 2 regardless. And then we're back into a comfortable position for Bangarang. But again, how comfortable is it? With a 2-minute drill, 2 goals is not out of reach for the likes of Overkill. And if they can lock this one in, they take the series. So it's all up to Bangarang to push this to a round 3.
Ghost Duck setting up NightFiree. NightFiree getting that defense out of position. Look at that 2v1. Although they return right back to the goal. Paranim gets it up and just going to bring it in and slam it. 18 meters a second. Watch this one back. Watch it on the delay. Watch it. That is, Paranim is one of a few. There are only a handful that ever existed, and even fewer that still remain, that still are able to throw the disc like a frisbee. Paranim is one of them.
Yeah, and he was nearly out into the 3-point range, so that could have been real bad news. Then they're within lead taking position if they can lock in 2 points, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen here. Oh no, the push comes in and is denied. A great shutdown on defense. That would have been Bangarang really locking in, I think, this round and pushing us to a round 3, but Overkill have not given up yet, and now they have possession. Now the discs down into Bangarang's zone, and Overkill are looking to tie this up at least.
Yeah, Paranim walking this one in, going to set up NightFiree. NightFiree back across into the hands of Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck bringing it in. Going to take the 1v3 off of a head as Nubis gets it recovered. And Nubis now going to juke a little bit, get one defender away, taking another shot. That one's off the goal of the head of the goalie there. That was Vanzi. And Nubis gets a touch on it, but stunned out by aforementioned Vanzi. Vanzi, though, stunned out as he gets a hand on it. Ghost Duck picks it up, inverted on the ceiling, going to juke around a little bit. Vanzi covering. And just going to box out the player here, kind of stay at the edge of the bubble. Paranim picks it up. Oh, big shot there. Oh, goalie was stunned out, but that's off of a head, back out of the bubble. They were looking for a 3 there. They wanted to get this, they wanted to avoid that overtime as Wet Taco gets this one sent back in. Less than 20 seconds to go here as Overkill will turn it back around for one more attempt.
Yeah, they're going to keep it inside the zone of Bangarang. A massive save comes through. That's the opening goal. 3 comes in from Knife. He finds it. The defense dives out. They get a little greedy. Overkill. Lock in round 2.
Wow, that's the game. That ends the game. Wow. Oh, that I got an as an objective observer, that it still hurts. Yeah, I feel for Bangarang right now. I really do. You know that one hurts. What a performance from Bangarang. Overkill is going to do this one. It's going to take this one into 12-11 in the last 10 seconds of that second round. Unbelievable.
I mean,
absolutely unbelievable.
Just a tiny little, not even mistake, but just small gap in coverage for 2 seconds is what loses. I mean, they dove. They were there right on top of him, stunning him out. But he a real great play to receive disc and fire it off before he gets interrupted.
You know what I really want to point out there is that it shows. Sorry, it took me a second to get back to my train of thought. It shows exactly the narrow margins that this level of Echo Arena is playing within. I mean, how little time that goal was open, and just like that, Overkill win a game. Just like that, it is that fast. That is how good you have to be to play at the top of the ladder to even get a chance. To even get a chance to play a Master Tier, you have to be that good. Which is it just says a lot about how good these teams are, how good these players are. What a performance though from Overkill. What a performance from both these teams. Both rounds are being answered by being decided by less than a goal there. As check it over on the schedule there. It looks like we have a while before that next game. We actually did this one so quick. we're actually probably going to end the stream before going to the next one, Wombo Combo versus Paper, which is going to be, if you thought this one was good, whew, don't miss the next one. I'm telling you right now. With that said, I don't know, anything else you want to say, NightFire's? We have a solid 20 minutes before that next game.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep our eyes on all of these high-tier matchups. Bangarang are now in a position where their fate is not decided by them. And so really, we got to keep an even closer eye on these diamond matchups as we do get into the later half of this week. Again, next weekend is the Challenger Cup, and so regular season matches stop, and we have that Challenger Cup weekend where we get to see who is going to be relegated from Master Tier and who is advancing onward. Obviously, Overkill going to be a top contender as they lock in that first place position in Diamond Tier at least, and so they'll be seeded that way. And yeah, I can't wait for the weekend. I can't wait for the rest of this week. I can't wait for the rest of tonight as we have, again, more matches coming up. So just stick around because all of the action has been super intense and is going to continue.
Yeah, so with that being said, I've been SirDimwi. That was NightFire with 2 E's, and we have one key man on the cameras. Thank you very much for joining us, but like we said, don't go too far because we're going to be back in not too long with another incredible high diamond tier matchup. Thank you for watching. We'll see you real soon.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.